So throughout the process of making my entire coursework, I've had to use a lot of different internet sites. This is for creating, storing and researching different things. So the main internet site that I've had to use is Blogger, which is where I've stored all of my work. As you can see, there's the evaluation questions that I'm currently working on, and then you can see other posts which I've recently done in relation to my ancillary texts and filming diaries. And it's a really simple site to use. To make a post, you simply go to New Post. You have the ability to make a title for it. You can go on to HTML, which allows you to add YouTube videos, prezzies, slideshows, and whatever other work you want to add to the post. And then you can also just type things into the document, such as that, and then when you're done, you can either save, if you want to save it as a draft before publishing it because you aren't finished, or you can publish the actual work. You can also set the dates of your different work pieces, so if you want a specific order of which your work should go in, you can change the order of them. You can look at your drafts and your published. You can look at comments and different pages, and it's just really useful. And you can actually view your blog and just see how it looks and what you've got on there, and decide if you need to add any more. So it's just really simple to use, and it's a good way of storing all your work online so other people can view it and see what you've done. So the next site that I've used quite frequently is YouTube. I initially used this to look at songs of which I could use to create my music video too, which I then decided on Heads Will Roll. I've also used it to actually analyse different music videos, so I can look at the conventions and do textual analysis just to see what is conventional and likely to be found in a music video and what I should use. It also helped me to look at different narratives of music videos so I could come up with my own, so I found YouTube really helpful. It also had editing tutorials on Final Cut Pro and also Photoshop that I could look at, so this helped me to speed up the process of editing because I didn't have to faff about trying to figure out how to use the program, as I could just straight away just know how to do it. I've also used Prezi quite a lot. As you can see, I have conventions of my music video, which is one of the evaluation questions I've been working on. I also have the conventions of Digipacks and places of publication, etc. And this is just a way of showing your work in a creative way, and it's just better than a blog post. So for example, on this one, it's of place of publication, and you can do different sections of the post that you're doing and order it how you want and make it look how you want. You have the ability to create the entire, customize it and create your own Prezi, or you can use a template, and it's like almost like a video, but you control it. It's more of a presentation, and you can go from slide to slide how you like and look at different things, and you can add photos and text and different things like that, and you can also add videos if you want to. So it's really easy to use and helpful in showing your work. So I've also used SlideShare, which is a very important piece of technology, as without it I wouldn't have been able to show any of the PowerPoint slides that I've created using PowerPoint. So I've created an editing process one, an audience feedback, ancillary text photo shoot one, and these, once you just use the upload button and you select the file that you want to upload, and it comes up, and then you can embed the file and then use the HTML section on the blog post to put it in. And this is really useful for the storyboard, which when you, as there's so many shots, if I'd put them all on my blog in photo form, it would have been a really long post, whereas putting it into a slideshare, I'm able to just flick through to the next picture really easily and just look through the storyboard. So when I'm filming and need to find a shot, I can just find it really easily. It's quite easy to find. So slideshare has been really, really helpful. And I've also been able to look at other people's slideshares on different things like conventions and been able to find out more information than I would by just googling the normal conventions, as other people have different ideas. So that's been really helpful. I've also used WeVideo, which is I haven't used it as much, but I did use it for one of my blog posts, which was for the track list for the Digipack. I could have used Microsoft Movie Maker, but I chose to use this because it has some more features and you can just put text on it. So if I show you, basically you can import pictures or video files and put them into a timeline, similar to using something like Final Cut Pro, and then, but this is using the internet, so it's easier for me to use at home. And you can add text and also music over the top. So here you can see that you can add all your files, which here I've done screenshots of the different things I've typed into the internet while trying to create my track list. You can order them how you want, and then you can also change the duration of each shot by just pulling this bit side to side. You can delete shots or edit them, and you can put in as many as you want, and then you can play it back here to make sure that the writing's on for the exact amount that you want it on, the pictures are on. So if I show you, it's just preparing. And you can also add music to your thing, which I have done, and you'll hopefully see if this loads. But I did that by going on YouTube and downloading the file and then uploading the media onto my video. So yeah, that's how that worked. But I haven't used it for anything else, but I did find that that was quite helpful in making a video for the track list creation, and it was a different way of portraying my work, and it was easier for people to watch, and it was more entertaining than just text on a page, because it was a video and you had music, and it was a better way of presenting my work. I've also used Powtoon. This is similar, as you can create movies or you can create presentations. So I created the Yeah Yeah Yeahs background info just to allow us to learn more about the actual band of which my song belongs to, and just so I could get a feel of what they represent and hopefully capture this in my music video. So this site allows you to use a template similar to Prezi, or you can create your own, and I used a template most of the time because it was easier. And you can add text, videos, pictures, and you can change the length of time each slide's on for in the movie format, and you can add different pictures like animation type things and speech bubbles if you want to. So it's really useful in that way. It comes up as a video format, so you can just play it. And again, with the last one, you can actually put music over at the top of it, so it's entertaining. And I used an actual Yeah Yeah Yeahs song, which was called Maps, because it just linked to the entire thing. I think there might be a problem with the loading, and this does happen quite frequently, which is a problem of Powtoon itself. But when I started using it, there was no problems, but now it's starting to get slower and slower, so that has been a problem, and that's the only reason I've only done 2 on here, because I would have used this site more, because I did really think it was really helpful, and it did like show my work in a different way, and I thought it was more aesthetically pleasing than some other methods of presentation. So the next site I used was SurveyMonkey, which is a way of obtaining feedback from peers and also random people and just anyone you send the link to. And it's just basically a questionnaire which can be a various number of questions ranging from multiple choice to actual written answers, and you can ask whatever you like and you get to put in your own questions and send it out to whoever. So this is one I created for my music video. I got 10 responses, and there was a total number of, I think there was 8 questions in total. So there's stuff like, what is your gender, which obviously you answered one of the 2. There's multiple choice, and there's what is your age, and etc. But then if you go further down, there's also stuff like, what is your favourite music video and why, which is a written answer. So you can look at what people have actually written. So here you can see that someone's wrote San Cisco awkward because it's simple and interesting. And there's also Swim Deep Honey music video because I think it's creative and vibrant. So it gives you a hint at what people are looking for when they are watching a music video. And this was before I made my music video, so I could come up with what I could make in my own video to make sure people actually enjoyed it. So yeah, that's why I used this. And it was also just an easier way than getting printing out written forms to give to people, and then it just allowed you to get feedback really quickly and just as soon as you sent the survey out, rather than having to get all the surveys back and look through them. So it was really easy to do. And actually making the survey was quite easy because you just had to click on the create survey button, and then there's different styles of questions and you can add them however you like, and put in your own answers, or you can leave a box for them to answer. So it was just really easy to create, and it was just a great way of getting feedback. So I've also used the DaFonts page, which gives you a variety of fonts to look at. So if I go back to the main, you can see that these are the brushed fonts, which I did look at when I was looking for fonts to use in my ancillary text, because I thought these might suit. So if you find one you like, you can click on it and then type in whatever you want. So for example, heads or roll, and then the text will come up here, and you can decide whether you like it in that text. And then if you do, you can save it as an image and put it onto your ancillary text or whatever you are planning to do with it. So it's really helpful, and it's just a better range of fonts rather than using the ones on Photoshop, which are quite dull and plain. And so it was good to look at these ones and decide if there was any that I thought would actually work on my digipack and magazine ad. I also used band name generator or band name maker, which basically just allows you to generate a number of names, such as these which have come up, like Magic Hamburger, Kicked Moon, Shooting Advocate, etc. And you can just keep regenerating words until you get ones that you like. I did find that I didn't particularly like any of the ones that I was given, as it didn't really relate to the song or kind of genre of music, and I didn't think it just didn't suit my band like that I was trying to create. So I didn't actually use one of these, but I did use this site to try out some of the band names, but I didn't end up using this in the end. I also used Google Maps. This was mainly because I needed to decide or find out how long the route from college to filming at Jack's house would be, so I knew how much time I'd have to film there, how much time I'd need to leave to get back to college, etc. So I used this to get to his house from college, and it gives you a an estimated time of how long it should take you to get there if you're walking, on bus, etc. So I typed in his address, and it'll tell you from here the directions, but as I'm at home, I'd have to type in the college address. So in car, it gives you a route, and it also tells you how long it should take you, and it says 10 minutes without traffic, 3.4 miles. So it told me that once I'd got to the bus stop, I could find out the time that it should take me to get there. So I knew how long to allocate to get there, how long to allocate to get back, and also how long I should have filming at his house. So this was really good, as it was a college day and we had to make sure we were back for lessons in the afternoon. So this was really good and handy. I also used BBC Weather. This was mainly to make sure that when I was filming outside doing the street scene shots, I didn't encounter rain or snow or anything that could disturb filming on that day. So I wanted to find the forecast for Cottingham, which is where I did my filming, and it'll give you a 5-day forecast. The days you're looking at are usually more specific, closer to the day that you're on. So for example, it'll give you the time of when it's going to rain and the degrees each day and etc. So you can look at the different days of the week, but as you get closer to later in the week, it doesn't give you as much of an accurate thing. So I did find this was quite hard to look at when you're looking quite far ahead. So when I was scheduling a shooting schedule for a couple of weeks' time, I couldn't actually see the weather very well, so I kept having to check that I didn't have to reshoot. But it was handy to have this instead of turning up at the location and finding that the weather wasn't good enough for actual filming on that day. So yeah, these are all really good sites, and I'm glad I used them.